Alright guys, ZFR Gaming back here again today. And what you guys are watching right now is actually going to be my review for AMC's The Walk Season 6 Episode 14. And man, this episode took me by surprise. Now, for you guys wondering what in the world's going on right now, why am I live streaming this, and what's happening in the background? So pretty much, like, something's wrong with Share Factory, so I can't make the actual video and upload, so I figured let's just live stream it over, some pre-prepared gameplay or whatever. So yeah, let's just do that. But anyway, getting into this, I have some Uncharted 4 rolling in the background, by the way. But getting into this video, man, this episode took me by surprise. Like they have just been keeping it up with like just making the excuse me guys, I'm still sick. But they've just been keeping up with making the last few minutes of these episodes like just like freaking take us by surprise. Like, so pretty much, oh god, where do I even start with this episode? Now, before I go anywhere, I just need to ask you guys, because I couldn't quite catch it. It went by too fast for me. So I'll have to check again later, and I'll confirm it if it was. But at the beginning, I could have sworn Rosita was getting out of bed with Eugene. That could have just been me, but that's what it looked like. I might be wrong, though. I might be wrong, but that is definitely what it looked like. So, yeah, that can definitely create some interesting dynamics between Abraham, Eugene, and Rosita. I said Rosina. Whoever the freak that is. But yeah, like that can create another kind of love triangle right there. Even though Abraham obviously doesn't love Rosita anymore, but you know, Eugene is kind of like Abraham's. I feel like that's his best friend or whatever. I would feel like. Or at least I would say, judging on their relationship so far. So you can only imagine it's kind of messed up. It's kind of messed up to sleep with his girlfriend he just broke up with or whatever. So yeah, that can create some interesting dynamics. So like I said, I couldn't tell if that's what was happening or not. That's what it looked like, but I just couldn't tell. So but I'm actually at one viewer. Welcome to the live review discussion. And I already explained why I'm doing this live at the beginning of the video. So like, if you have any questions about that, you can ask. We're gonna try not to make this super long though. But if you guys actually like it like this, I might do it like this more often. But yeah, pretty much, what happens next is, let's see, Denise. She pretty much tells Daryl and not Daryl and Salsa, Daryl and Rosita about this place she saw when she was on her way to Alexandria, I guess. And pretty much on her way, she pretty much saw this, like, I guess it was some kind of strip mall or something, and she knew that of course there's probably going to be a pharmacy in there, there's going to be medicine and stuff. So yeah, she wanted to go check it out for the medicine and everything. And Daryl and Rosita pretty much did not want to take her along because, you know, I mean, she doesn't have any experience in the apocalypse, so like they don't want to take her along and then have to babysit her. She's just not ready. She hasn't been outside of Alexandria since she's got there, so she hasn't had to deal with the walkers or anything. So yeah, Rosita's pretty much like, I'm not babysitting her alone. So they all three of them end up going together. And I don't know, like, it seems like Daryl's giving everybody the cold shoulder, for whatever reason. I don't know. I guess he was just in a foul mood already, but it seemed like that to me. At least that's why I noticed. I'm not really sure why he did it, but hey, he did. But anyway, yeah, pretty much they're on their way to this pharmacy or whatever, and they they come to this point where there's a bunch of knocked up down trees blocking the road and stuff, so they can't really go any further with the truck. So they just get out of the truck and decide to walk the rest of the way. They start and pretty much right away, like Rosita is, well, no, Daryl, he wants to go around and follow the road, but Rosita's like, why not just go down the tracks, like it's faster. So, but Daryl's like, I'm not taking any tracks. You can take whatever way you want. I'm gonna go follow the road. So Daryl starts walking, following the road. Denise goes with him, and at this point, like, I was kind of just trying to decipher in my own mind who I felt was more right in this situation, because Rosita, she actually does decide to just split off from them for a while and follow the tracks. And when I thought about, I really kind of agreed with Daryl on this one. The road is the less, I feel like that's the less expected way to go, like in general. Like following the tracks, like the shortcut is always the more dangerous way, you know, like that's just how it is. So anyway, they start fall, like Rosita, she goes down the tracks, and Daryl and Denise, they follow the road, and they eventually meet up again. Like it's like pretty much just a shortcut to the exact same spot, so they meet up like literally in the next scene. Like nothing happens in between there, except for the stuff with Abraham and Eugene. And pretty much Eugene has this awesome plan. Props to him for the plan, but he pretty much finds this, I guess it's like a factory almost, and he pretty much realizes if he gets it up and running, he can manufacture bullets and ammunition from that factory. So like making your own bullets, like that's pretty much saying like they can have an infinite amount of ammo. So that's pretty useful in a zombie apocalypse. So yeah, pretty much Eugene has this great idea. Abraham gives him his props on that, and Eugene's pretty much trying to prove that he's a survivor now. Like he wants to be a survivor. He wants to be thought of as one of the core survivors now. He doesn't want to be babysitted anymore. He doesn't want anybody to feel like he's a burden to have around anymore and stuff. He wants people to know he can take care of himself now, and he can help the ways, and in the ways everyone else can now, which is a good thing, because it was getting to a point where Father Gabriel was starting to catch up with, well, actually Father Gabriel did catch up with you, might even pass Eugene, so yeah, you know, had to catch up. But yeah, pretty much. So Eugene tries to kill this one walker by himself. He calls dibs on it. And he just can't do it because the walker has like it, like I guess it got caught under the little infernal thing. I don't know the exact name for it. You know, like the big bucket that holds like the lava or whatever, and where you make all the metal and stuff. Like I guess it got caught in there, and it got a lot of metal melted all over it. So it was like a layer of metal all over the walker. So Eugene couldn't kill it with the machete, and so he was struggling, and Abraham killed it for him, and they got in this big argument over it, and it pretty much ended with Eugene saying, "Your services as my bodyguard are no longer needed," and Abraham pretty much ditches him and tells him to find his own way back. And yeah, that's the last time we see those two characters until the end of the episode. Going back to the main three of this episode, Rosita, Daryl, and Denise, they make it to the pharmacy or whatever, and they go in. It looks pretty clear. There's like one sound like coming from the background, but they pretty much go in the pharmacy section. They find like like a huge stock of medicine, pill bottles, all of that. So like, I mean, they're pretty set, and they take all of it. And you know, Denise, she wants to, like, Denise is pretty much in the same spot Eugene is. She's trying to prove herself. Like, she wants to be a survivor and I get it. I get why she's doing the things she does in this episode. She wants to get stronger, and I don't hate her for that. However, though, I do wish she would pick better times and better conditions to do it. Cause like I mean, like putting yourself out there like that, it never ends well, you know. Um, but yeah, pretty much like she goes in to see if she can find this walker. I guess her plans were to actually kill it, but she gets in there and she sees the one walker over in the corner rotted all the way. He has a cask on and stuff, and pretty much like she looks over at the sink and she sees something. I didn't really quite catch what it was, but at the beginning of Talking Dead, I believe one of the guys said that it was a baby Sue or something like that. Something have to do with a baby. So yeah, there was pretty much I'm guessing like that one walker ate a baby in the sink or whatever, and she saw that and it just kind of freaked her out. And Daryl and Rosita realized that she got freaked out because when she walked back out, she bumped into some stuff and just went to sit outside. When they came out, they were like, "We told you weren't ready." And they move on. So yeah, but pretty much Denise, she's just like Denise. Was slowly becoming one of my favorite characters this episode. I don't know why, but I was like loving her performance this episode. It was like freaking awesome. Like I was starting to like her more and more as the episodes went on because she was getting more screen time every time, and I was starting to enjoy her character a little more. Like. A lot of people start to like her character a lot in what you call it, No Way Out, after she got that little breakthrough. But I feel like she was still kind of in the background, so I feel like she hadn't broken through all the way yet. But yeah, she be brave again. Like, but before I get to that, on their way back, Daryl decides to take the railroad tracks. Sorry, throat's getting all clogged up here. But Daryl decides to take the railroad tracks back, like Rosita said the first time. And the second that happened, I knew something bad was going to happen. Cause like I said, the shortcut, the easy way out, never it really is the easy way out. You know, it always makes things worse later down the line. Sometimes in life, the hard way is the best way, and that's just the way you should do some things. But before I go any first, let me apologize. At the beginning of this match, you're gonna see in a second, or you might be seeing right now. Like I was trash. Like just warning you, I was trash at the beginning of this. But I think I get better towards the middle or end. So yeah, just warning everybody in case you question me. But yeah, like getting back to it, like pretty much Denise, she pretty much, while they're walking back on the railroad tracks, she sees a cooler and a car, has a walker in there, and she decides she's going to go over and try to get the cooler, even though Daryl and Rosita tell her to just leave it because they already got what they want. So she goes over and she goes to get the cooler. I'm just like, Denise, just listen to them. Just take what you have, be happy with that, and go. But I do realize why she did go to get the cooler. It wasn't really about the cooler. I think it was more about just killing the walker that was inside the car. She needed to kill one herself. She needed that for herself to feel like she could be of use in this world, to feel like she could be strong. And pretty much, let me just say, when she opened that car and that walker fell on top of her, she is the only character in The Walking Dead that is that lucky not to have gotten bitten. Let me just say that. It's the only character. I mean, I guess Carl had some close calls, but even Carl was in, but she got in a even worse situation than Carl did. Back, I believe it was at the beginning of season 4 or at the end of season 4 or the mid-season finale or whatever, when Carl was being all defiant against Rick or whatever, and he was kind of on his own while Rick was recovering. He got in trouble with a couple walkers along the way. But yeah, like she was having some. See, that was like the most close call ever. Like that walker was on top of her. I swear, the only character in The Walking Dead that could survive that. Like even what's her name? Deanna. Like Deanna fell backwards on top of a walker for like 2 seconds and she got bit. Like, oh my god, like Denise has got way too lucky there in my opinion. I'm just saying. I thought that was it. I thought Daryl and Rosie were going to run over there and she was going to be getting her face eaten. So, but she managed to throw the walker off of her and kill it. And you know, that was a really strong feat for her. That made her feel better about everything, more confident about everything, and it just helped her in every aspect that she needed. It just boosted her up a little bit. But then, you know, she vomits like everyone does after they kill their first walker or whatever in the show, or most of the weaker characters do at least. So yeah, she does that, and I guess like we get to see her oatmeal that she was talking about earlier. But yeah, like, and she opens the cooler, and you wouldn't believe it, it was actually the Orange Crush soda, which if you don't remember, back in episode 10, that's what she wanted Daryl to find when they ran into Jesus for Tara, because she wanted to give some of those to Tara as a gift, because Tara I apparently was talking about in her sleep or whatever. But yeah, pretty much. Oh my god, I don't even know how to get into this next part. This is where things get super crazy, guys. But yeah, Denise, Daryl and Rosita, like they pretty much start trying to tell Denise that was super stupid and she could have died just now for soda or whatever. You know, the classic. It just wasn't worth it, and you've gotta be more careful in the future and stuff. But then Denise gets into this awesome speech about how they're all scared, and they shouldn't be because they're really awesome and strong people. And I just loved her speech. Like something about her speech just hit it for me. Like I don't know, like it just felt like it was so true. But you just didn't realize it up until this moment. But like she was telling the complete truth. Like she had spotted it, and it was just powerful. And like even Daryl and Rosita were pretty into what she was saying. Before I move on, I love like the Merle reference. With Daryl and Denise when Denise was telling Daryl a few moments of her brother and stuff, and the whole time she was describing her brother, I was like, oh, that sounds just like Merle. And Daryl, like, of course, followed up with my thoughts and said, sounds like we had the exact same brother. And yeah, I just thought it was a really cool Merle reference. But back to Denise's whole speech to Daryl and Rosita, like that speech was just awesome. I don't know what it was, but that was definitely, I would say, my favorite speech on The Walking Dead so far. I don't know what it was about, but it just hit home for me. I just loved it. And I thought it was I guess it might have been because during that speech, I feel like that was the moment Denise's character was fully fleshed out and completed her arc. Like I felt that as she was giving her speech, like that her character is now 100% complete. I mean, I said compete. She's like at the top, like she's as high as she's ever gonna go now, and that's awesome. I just felt that as her speech went on and on, and it was like at 99% awesomeness when freaking the White's arrow just flies through the back of her head and through her eye. Like, oh my god. Oh, oh, spoiler alerts if you haven't watched the episode. Hopefully you've watched the episode if you're watching this. But, yeah, when the White's arrow hit her, I was shocked. It definitely one of the most shocking deaths, for me. Like, I did not expect it at all. Like, I even in my predictions, which by the way I didn't upload my predictions yet because something was wrong with Share Factory. That's the whole reason I'm live streaming this right now instead of just uploading a normal video, because like for whatever reason I can't upload videos. It's acting weird right now, so I'm just live streaming. But yeah, in my predictions that I did actually make but just didn't get to upload, I said that I believe there's definitely a chance the White will kill somebody this episode, because you know I was going off of the comics and I was like, the White definitely might show up this episode and he definitely might kill somebody. But even I wasn't prepared for that. Like, when that arrow went through her head, I didn't see it coming, man. Like, I was shocked. And you know, that was just it. She was dead. I was like, holy freak, they just killed her off like that. Like, I just was not ready for it. And then you see the White and the group of saviors come out of trees with Eugene all tied up and stuff, and they pretty much get into the usual talk. Like, and before I go on, can I just say, like, the White is officially like awesome villain after that one scene. Like, I don't know about you guys, but the White seemed like a freaking sane, like the most sane maniac I've ever seen. Like, he was smiling throughout the whole conversation, like just that evil little grin on his face. Like, and I don't know, he was just an awesome villain throughout the conversation, if you ask me. But yeah, he pretty much has his little head-to-head with Daryl, because of course he stole Daryl's motorcycle a couple of episodes back, like earlier this season. He stole Daryl's motorcycle, and then he stole his crossbow, and then he just used his crossbow to kill Denise. And of course that's going to hit Daryl hard, because Daryl was just saying earlier he should have killed him when he had the chance, and now he really can say that, and he actually does say, he tells the White to his face, I should have killed you. And the White's like, yeah, he probably should have. But yeah, like pretty much, and the White even says that he was aiming for Daryl, but like the crossbow had so much kick and he's still getting so used to it that it hit Denise, which even added on more to that pain there. Like, and Daryl, he was even, I feel like him and Denise were even starting to get a interesting friendship going on. Not like a romantic thing, but like just a friendship, like or kind of a big brother, little sister thing. Like she said, he did remind her of her older brother. So yeah, I was kind of liking that dynamic. It's gonna, of course, affect him that she's dead now. Because potentially because he didn't kill the White way back when. But yeah, and then you see Abraham in the background behind the barrels, and I'm like, holy crap, Abraham about to come for the clutch. But I was like, how is he going to do this? Like, there's a lot of guys right there. I don't know if you can really pull this off. But Eugene, man, Eugene, oh my god. Let me just say right here and now, and excuse my foul language, that Eugene pretty much I thought he was going to bite the White's dick all the way off. Like, I mean, he had like a grip on that thing, man. Like, he just pretty much bit him, like, and I was like, holy crap, he just bit him in the it was just like, I mean, I guess you gotta do what you gotta do, but yeah. It was pretty funny, and the video actually just stopped on me. I hope you guys don't mind, but I'm just gonna replay it. Like I'm in the I'm in the Share Factory letting the gameplay roll as we speak. I hope you guys don't mind me just re-rolling it for you. But yeah. But anyway, freaking Eugene just like I mean he bites it for a while, like throughout, like after he bites it, Abraham starts shooting a couple of guys. Daryl kills a guy, grabs his gun, starts shooting up everybody. Rosita grabs her gun and starts shooting people, and like a huge gunfight just breaks out. And he's still biting dude's dick. Like I'm like, oh my god, where you gonna let go? But I guess it's probably not a smart idea to let go, considering he might kill you as soon as you do. But yeah, eventually Dwight pushes him off of him or whatever. And kind of falls down on the railroad tracks. And Daryl, you can just see Daryl is ready for the chance to kill Dwight. He instantly aims his gun over there and is ready to shoot him, and like a walker comes out of nowhere, and Dwight shoots the walker, and the walker like pretty much blocks Daryl's line of sight with Dwight when the walker falls. Sorry if I'm like all over the place, but like I'm actually pretty excited after this episode. But yeah, like so pretty much a big gunfight breaks up. And long story short, the Saviors end up retreating. Like they get away with like 4 dudes, and they had like I don't know. When they came out of the bushes, it looked like they had 8, 9, maybe 10 guys. I think it was more like 10 or 11, somewhere around there. They had a lot of dudes when they came out of those bushes. But I'm gonna call it safe and say 10 or 9. But yeah, pretty much once they retreat, like Daryl, he's ready to go after them, but Rosita's like, Daryl, no, because they got tend to Eugene, because Eugene actually did get shot or grazed by a bullet during that gunfight, so it's nothing major. He's gonna be okay and everything. But man, freaking Denise, like an arrow through the back of the head, man. Like that sucks, man. And for those of you who don't read the comic books, I don't know if you would count this as a spoiler. But in the comic books, that was actually Abraham who got shot in the back of the head with the arrow by the White. Abraham actually gets that death in the comic books. So I was kind of a little worried that they might kill Abraham off, because they have been giving him a lot of interesting stuff lately. So yeah, there's that. But anyway, freaking they get Eugene all the way back to some house or whatever. I don't know if they were back in Alexandria or not. They might have been, but I thought they just took them the closest place they could. But they might have took them back to Alexandria. I couldn't really tell. I think it was Alexandria though. I just couldn't really tell, like I said. But yeah, pretty much Eugene wakes up and Abraham pretty much says sorry for doubting him earlier and everything, all that stuff. And then Abraham has like another hilarious line. He was like, if I don't know, I couldn't really hear him, but I think he said, you didn't have to bite his dick like that long or whatever, like, or something like that. Like he said something along those lines. It was pretty funny, because Eugene, like I said, he had like the death grip on him, like God, like golly. It's safe to say the Whites never having kids. But after that episode, like, man, I just don't know what to expect from these next ones, like these next 2 at least, because there's only 2 left in the season. Like, it seems like it just keeps going up and up and up. Like, even in an episode like this, I thought this episode was going to slow down a lot. I thought this was going to be possibly a slower episode, and I thought maybe the White shows up and kills somebody next episode, but no, it was this episode. And oh man, Tara is going to be so devastated when she finds out. And you know, that might finally give us something for her character as well. Or Tara, actually. Like, I keep mispronouncing her name. It's actually Tara, but, um, I don't know. It looked like Tara to me. But anyway, so yeah. And we might even see something with her and, what do you call it? Her and, Heath next episode, Tara and Heath, because yeah, and you know there's obviously going to be a lot of stuff that goes down there. Like I'm guessing there's going to be a little drama there, because you know before Tara left on the run and stuff, she did tell Denise that she loved her, but Denise didn't say it back, and she pretty much said in her speech that the reason she didn't say it back is because she was scared, and you know Dwight just saw her in the head of the arrow. So like, yeah, it looks like she's never going to get the chance to say it. And it's safe to say Tara. I really getting tired of changing my mispronunciation, whatever. I'm just gonna roll with the flow from now on. But Tara, she pretty much, my guess is she's going to be a little upset with them for, you know, even taking Denise out there in the first place. Like, I mean, they even said themselves she wasn't ready. But, yeah, pretty much, it really sucks that Denise is dead. And it looks like there's going to be some interesting stuff going on with Carol and Daryl and everybody in the next episode. That's just, really awesome. Now at the end, when you see them lining the cars up, I'm not really sure what it's for. Maybe another attack on the Saviors or a run to the hilltop or whatever. But let me just say this: I feel like they are building something up for Morgan. Like they're building Morgan up to do something big in these next 2 episodes, or maybe even early season 7. I don't know what it is, but first they had him build the cell in Alexandria. If you haven't read the comics, you know that cell is going to hold a very important prisoner later, possibly 2 very important prisoners. Now that I think about it, so but like besides that, like at the end of this episode, it just like I just feel like they're building something up for Morgan. Like I just don't know what it is, but I feel like something's definitely gonna happen with him over the course of these next few episodes. God, this is a long review / analysis that I'm doing here, but I'm sure you guys will enjoy it, so I'm just gonna continue on doing it. But yeah, freaking there was something else I wanted to say really quickly. I wonder if Daryl will give Tara the orange crush soda, cause that would kind of suck. You just give her the soda, she would be like, Denise want you to have these. That would really suck, actually. But hey, like, might keep her from being so mad at them, but I doubt it. You know, just give it a try, I guess, Daryl. But yeah, man, like it's getting pretty close. Like Negan is only 2 episodes away now, and if you guys haven't heard, episode 16 is supposed to be 90 minutes long, so that ought to be really interesting to see how that's going to go. If you haven't read the comics, then you don't really know what to expect from the Saviors, but let me just say that in the TV show, I love the way they're doing the Saviors. Like, for a little bit of a spoiler alert, but like, the Saviors right now, they are really trying, it seems like they're trying to make you think the Saviors are really weak. Like, the White and those couple of guys are the first Saviors to really ever escape Rick's group. Like, the first ones ever. All the other ones they've come across have been killed. Like, they're the first ones to ever really escape. But let me just say that, like, The Saviors, they're going to be a big surprise when Negan finally shows up. It's going to be awesome, man. Like, Rick and the group just do not understand what they are getting themselves into here. But yeah, anyway, guys, I'm not gonna really hold you guys any longer. It was a fun review discussion or whatever. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys like it this way better with a live stream and everything, just get to sit around and talk about it. Then I might do more of these in the future. And Sans Jack Carroll actually said hi. Hi, what's up, man? Sorry I didn't get your comment like way earlier, but was I didn't want to just stop in the middle of the video. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave likes and comments down below for more, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button even more for even more Walking Dead and gaming content. Like, I try to keep the channel supplied well. Like I said, I've been sick this week, so I haven't been uploading like I'd like to, but hopefully I can get back on my track a little bit. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. If I missed something, don't be afraid to put it in the comments and let me know. I might go back and check the comments later. And am I calling them comics? I hope I said comments just now. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I will see you guys on the next one. ZFR out, guys.